could it be? But me, your man, Louie T, welcome to a brand new episode of the Card Collector Series podcast. I, of course, am your set man, Louie T. Thank you for joining me. If you enjoy this content, do me a huge solid. Hit the subscribe button for more great content. Turn on your notification bell so you don't miss a thing. And to also hit the like button as it helps this channel grow exponentially. We will open a pack of cards at the end of this episode like we do on every podcast episode. At the very end, we will open up this 2021 pack of Donruss NFL cards. And we'll get into that later on in the show. If you are not interested in the topic we are discussing today, feel free to fast forward to the end of the show where we have our pack rip. So, last episode, I talked about the card buyer's conundrum. And the card buyer's conundrum essentially is the discrepancy between what you pay in store at a retail for cards versus what you pay online. And the trouble you have to go through to get your hands on cards in store, the convenience of buying online, but the difference in price makes it hard to reconcile in your brain that you're about to pay 2 times as much as you would if you were able to get them in store. So it's kind of a bind because it's hard to find in stores. It's so competitive. Everyone's after these cards in the store. But it's so much cheaper than just going the convenient route online. That said, one of the conversations that we had in that card buyer's conundrum was Target. And we talked about Target. They stopped selling cards in store back in like May, I think it was. It might have been late May, early June. They had a situation in Minneapolis where a couple of customers got into it over some cards. A gun was pulled. Everything was haywire. No one got hurt, but it spooked Target enough to where they pulled cards out of their stores altogether. They went back. They put the Pokemon cards back in the store, but they did not bring back their sports trading cards. So that's really been the impetus for a lot of the discussion, because then they had these online drops. And that's where you were able to get cards off of Target, off of their website. But you need a red card, and you don't know when the cards are going to be dropped. It's hit or miss. Anyway, I said I'm not getting a red card. I'm not going through the process of getting a credit card through Target. I don't want the cards at Target that badly, okay? I don't want them bad enough to go through that process and then still not be guaranteed to get anything. And that was the thing that I pretty much said last episode. So I was in Target the other day, not shopping for cards because, again, I don't expect them to be in there. But I told you I'm a logical person, so I draw inferences. I do deductive reasoning. And so here's why I think Target is about to put trading cards, sports trading cards, back into the store. So go into Target, I go shopping, pick up my items, and on the way out, there's been a sign on all of my local Targets. So I've got about 3 within probably a 10 to 12 mile radius of where I live that I hit frequently. You know, when I'm in that area, I'll go to that Target in particular. So all of the Target stores that are in my general area have the same sign, or have had the same sign on the door. And it said effectively whatever date it was. Maybe it was like, 6/1/21. We are no longer selling, Pokemon and sports cards in the store. And then that sign changed to they were limiting the amount you could buy of Pokemon cards, but the sports cards still weren't in the store. Due to the safety issues of our customers, we are only allowing, 2 Pokemon card boxes per customer, something to that effect. So now the sign has changed again. I was on my way out of the store, and generally I look at these signs as I'm going in. This time I must have been on my phone, or I must have been distracted. I didn't look at the sign. Maybe I thought it said the same thing it always says. So I'm walking out of the store, and I don't know what prompted me to turn around and look back at the door, but I did. And I clearly saw that this sign looked different than the sign that I have seen a million times walking into Target. This didn't look like the sign that I had seen the last 200 times I've walked into Target. So I turned around and I read the sign, and the sign clearly says Pokemon cards and sports trading cards, 5 per customer, limited to 5 per customer. And I'm saying, wait a minute. If you're not selling trading cards, sports trading cards, MLB, NBA, NHL, if you're not selling them, why would you change the sign? Why wouldn't the sign just say what it's been saying for the last 3-4 months, which is not selling any sports trading cards, Pokemon cards limited to, 2 per customer, or whatever the sign said, 5 or whatever. So now, the way my brain works, I'm thinking that they're preparing to put cards back into the store. That's why the sign has changed from. Now, I don't think every Target is created equal. Some Targets still had cards. I don't think every Target is created equal. I don't know if every Target is going to get cards back, but that sign definitely changed. It says 5 cards per customer. So the next time I go into Target, I'm going to find a manager and I'm going to ask, are you guys going to be getting cards back in store? And if so, when? I'm going to have an answer for you the next time we're on this podcast on Thursday. Because I'm gonna go out of my way and I'm gonna find a reason why I need to go to Target. I'm not gonna just go to Target for that specific reason. I'm gonna need to have an item or two that I need to go in there for, and I'll figure something out. Deodorant, toothpaste, something. I'll figure out a reason to make it worth my while. But I'm gonna go in there. I'm gonna find a manager. I'm gonna ask a simple question. I saw the sign on the door. It changed. Are you guys getting trading cards, sports trading cards specifically, back in your stores? And if so, when? And I'm going to tell you what was told to me on the next episode of this podcast. So stay tuned for that, because I think Target is going to start getting cards back in store here shortly. Again, that sign could be misleading and they may not be, getting cards back in anytime soon, but they're just preparing themselves for when they do that. And that could be another 2 months from now, or it could be this week, or it could be next week. It feels imminent. Because again, that sign has been the same for the last 3 or 4 months. It hasn't changed. And there was no reason for it to change, because they weren't changing what they were doing. They weren't putting the cards back in the store. I know the store right by my house, the one that I go to the most, they've cleared out that entire section that used to be where the cards were, and they've put gift cards and things of that nature. I don't know if they're going back to the way it was before, where those cards were right there in that one section. They may put them back where the toys are now. So I'm going to ask a number of questions, and I'm going to see if I can get any answers from someone. And whatever I find out, you guys are going to know on Thursday. But stay tuned for that, because that's big news, because Target doesn't get the same cards as Walmart. It's not like, oh, well, I'll just try and get it at Walmart. Well, Target's getting things that I haven't seen in Walmart. Not to say that Walmart doesn't carry these cards. I just don't see them in my local Walmarts. And I haven't seen them anywhere else. So like Optic, I haven't seen a single Optic box in a Walmart. Now, again, that just may be my Walmarts, and you may see Optic cards in your Walmarts all the time. I haven't seen a single Blaster or Mega at a Walmart. That might be something that only Target is getting. So again, I would love it if Target could get back in the game, put these cards back in the store, and let us fight over them like we do in Walmart. Let us try to jockey for positioning, not literally fight. That's part of the reason they don't have cards in their stores now, but literally trying to figure out a way to go and get cards from Target. Just give us another option to be able to shop in store for. Because again, I told you, I'm not going through all the song and dances and the hoops and the loops that you have to jump through. I'm just going to go to Walmart and that's it. If I don't get anything, I don't get anything, and I'll just shop online. Again, I know the risks, I know the rules, I know the parameters, I know how the game goes. And if you know the rules to the game, then play. So you can't bitch and complain if you already know what it is. But it sure would be nice to have Target throw their name back into the hat for all of us who don't have red cards, who don't want to spend 2-3 hours at a time online waiting for drops and still not guaranteed to get anything. It'd be nice to just put the cards back in the store and allow every man to fend for himself, like all the other stores have been doing. Okay, so we'll see what happens. Again, stay tuned. Next podcast episode, I will have a definitive answer for you. I mean, we still may be in the dark. They may give me some kind of general blanket statement, hey, we don't know when they're going to do it, but they told us to change the signs. I may get something like that, but I'm going to find something out. And whatever I do find out, you'll know on Thursday. So let's get to our pack rip. All right, 2021 Donruss NFL cards. Nothing major. I don't think we'll find anything major in here. But we'll go through these real quick and see what we get. J.K. Dobbins, base. Stephon Diggs, base. Hunter Henry, base. He's now with the Patriots. Ndamukong Suh, base. Adam Thielen, base. Jamal Adams, base. Max Crosby, base. Larry Fitzgerald, base. Eugene Hilton, base. Antonio Gibson, base. Brandon Cooks, base. A.J. Brown, base. Chad Johnson, base. Xavier Howard, base. Adam Thielen, variation. Marvin Jones Jr. with the Jacksonville Jaguars now, base. Taysom Hill, variation. Laviska Shenault, base. Dak Prescott, variation. Quinnen Williams, base. DeAndre Swift, variation. Kyle Long, base. Eric Stokes, first round pick of the Green Bay Packers, rated rookie. Michael Carter, third round pick of the New York Jets, rated rookie. Ben Skoranek, rated rookie, Rams, wide receiver. Kirk Cousins, blue, press proof. Tua Tagovailoa, blue, press proof. James Conner, press proof. Kyle Trask, blue, press proof, rated rookie. And Tom Brady, highlights to finish up the pack. So nothing noteworthy there. Wasn't expecting anything noteworthy. And so that'll do it for this installment of the Card Collector Series podcast. If you haven't already done so, please do me a huge favor and hit the subscribe button for more great content. Turn on your notification bell so you don't miss a thing. And also hit the like button, as that helps this channel grow exponentially. I'll have an update for you on Thursday, so please tune in to that episode. But until then, I am your man, Louie T, reminding you it's hunting season. It never ends, especially here on the Card Collector Series podcast. Until next time, I'm your man, Louie T, saying, have a good one. Louie T.